Hello and welcome to the video. Please give this video a like, don't forget to leave a comment, and if you want, subscribe to my channel. In this video I will be ranking the top 10 scariest dolls in horror. This includes movies and TV. So without further ado, at number 10, Hugo from Dead of Night from 1945. A ventriloquist dummy, Hugo appeared in the 1940s British horror anthology Dead of Night. The film includes a number of standout performers including Mervyn Johns, Sally Ann Howes, and Googie Withers, but it's best remembered for its final story featuring Michael Redgrave and Hugo. Redgrave's character and Hugo share a prison cell, and the horrors of the events that take place within is only magnified by the black and white film and the scratchiness of the audio. Though there are many fine examples of terrifying dolls in modern horror, in a few brief but chilling moments, Hugo and Dead of Night set the standard for so much that was to come. Next up at number 9, Slappy from Goosebumps, spanning from 1991 all the way to present day. 90s kids who grew up watching the teen scream show Goosebumps will most likely remember the episodes featuring Slappy the most, an evil ventriloquist doll who has full sentience and intelligence. As a standout villain, it makes perfect sense he would be given the villain spotlight when Goosebumps made the transition from TV show to movie. In the movie, Slappy is awoken by a string of words from an unknown language that translates to, "You and I are now one." He immediately attempts to make the one who woke him serve him as a slave, and will stoop to dastardly levels to achieve this goal. We move on to number 8 and Brams from the Boy movies. What's the creepiest way a character can interact with a doll in a horror movie? The answer is taking care of it as if it were a real person, at least according to the boy. In it, an elderly couple who have lost their son at an early age decide to raise a life-size doll in his place, going so far as to hire a nanny, played by The Walking Dead's exceptional Lauren Cohen, to take care of him. Anyone who thinks things improve from there has never seen a horror movie. Though The Boy isn't an extraordinary film, Brams is an extraordinary doll, and more than delivers the requisite creep factor. Many horror movie dolls are creepy because of how real they look. Brams is one of the few dolls to be creepy because of how he is treated. In at number 7, who else but Tiffany Valentine from the Child's Play franchise. Introduced in the third Child's Play movie, Bride of Chucky, Tiffany immediately cemented herself as a fan favorite, acting as the Bonnie to Chucky's Clyde. She hatches a devious plan to get them 2 new bodies, and isn't afraid to dish out creative murder to anyone who stands in their way. Smart and creative, but holding on to hopes of true romance and love, Tiffany is hamstrung by these latter ideals, making her easy to manipulate, yet she remains a dangerous dolly no one should cross. Next we have number 6 on the list and Baby Oopsy Daisy from Demonic Toys and other films with their name as the title. This ensemble evil toy movie features many monstrous toys such as Jack in the Box, Jack Attack, the Grizzly Teddy Bear plush, and Baby Oopsy Daisy, who is a horrifying mockery of baby doll toys, often given to young girls. Her appearance twists what could normally be a cute toy into something truly demonic, and what's more, Oopsy Daisy wields a number of weapons against her helpless victims, demonstrating a greater ability to kill than her small stature suggests. We now reach the halfway point at number 5, Billy from Dead Silence. James Wan is no stranger to horror, with films like Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring under his belt. Dead Silence may not have received the same attention as those more popular franchises, but it still contains a terrifying doll. Billy is a ventriloquist dummy, which in the eyes of many would make him nightmare fuel even if he wasn't talking. Of course, Dead Silence is a horror movie, so alive he is, and Billy wants to use every available moment of his wakefulness to terrorize those around him. Anyone with doubts needs only to look Mary Shaw's performance and Billy's escalating anger when his realness is questioned, only making the setting that much worse. Now we move up to number 4 and Megan from Megan or M3GAN. Megan or M3GAN, as she is technically known, upgraded the idea of a doll in a movie with an uncanny valley android intended to act as a confidant and a friend to toy engineers Gemma's niece, Katie, who was tragically orphaned at the start of a movie following a car accident. M3GAN starts out as a parent's dream, taking on the role of a friend, mentor, and parent to young Katie. But as the movie unravels, so does Megan's character, as she turns from a dream to a nightmare, killing any perceived threat to Katie and becoming violently possessive over her. With the uncanny valley look to her face and her violent tendencies, M3GAN shows a nightmarish glimpse into what could be humanity's future. In at number 3, Billy from Saw, the mascot of the franchise, which has several sequels. Another ventriloquist dummy, this one also called Billy, in another film guided by the directorial hand of James Wan, can be found in Saw. This doll is an actual puppet, a dead mechanical thing only given as much life as its owner wishes. Unfortunately, Billy's owner is John Kramer, the serial killer better known as Jigsaw. As the face of Jigsaw's horrible games, Billy is synonymous with torture and impossible choices. His tricycle, suit, and the red spiral on his cheeks have all become images burned into the mind of every Saw fan, and even the minds of many who have never seen the film. In the runner-up spot at number 2, Chucky from the Child's Play franchise. Charles Lee Ray was a human serial killer who in his dying moments transferred his soul into the body of a good guy doll. With that decision, Chucky was born. His appearance is frightening, yes, but more frightening than that is the idea of what Chucky embodies in Child's Play. He is the perversion of goodness, literally turning a good guy into a murderous monster, just as he transformed into a serial killer in his human life. Chucky's personality, mean spirit, and quips will always keep him close to fans' hearts, even if they never want the character close to anything else in their lives. Despite his height, Chucky stands head and shoulders above just about every other scary doll in cinema. Were it not for this doll at number 1, who is actually a real-life entity, any of the other dolls on this list could have definitely been number 1 on the list. Taking the top spot at number 1, Annabelle from The Conjuring and subsequent films. The Conjuring franchise is one of the longest running and most successful in all horror. And above all else, there is one doll to thank for that: Annabelle. From the severe eyebrows to the rash red cheeks and glaring eyes, Annabelle is terrifying on a visual level, and that's even before she comes alive. The doll and her actions would be scary enough in themselves, but Annabelle benefits from being a member of the expansive universe of The Conjuring. There are multiple interconnected movies dealing with Annabelle, thus deepening her frightful lore at every turn. Whereas some evil dolls are superficial, with Annabelle there is always something else horrible to learn. Not to mention the story of Annabelle is based on a true story. While the real Annabelle was actually a Raggedy Ann doll, the movies do her justice by making her a regular doll. What do you think of the list? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know. As always, thank you for watching.